Chapel bowls. That's turned nicely into the leg side. Might be the first boundary. Will be the first boundary. I fancy, although Darren Pavillon puts the dive in, but he can't get there.
Bowls, and this ball's pushed back by Robson down the ground. That's a glorious shot. Overpitched. It was into the block hole, really, from Connors, but not quite perfectly so. But
traditionally, that one is clipped away nicely by Robson for 4 runs out to the straight mid-wicket boundary in between Bin Naeem. Bowled his final ball of the over. He's driven down the ground by Robson for 4 more. Overpitched, and he kicks the ground. Look at him. Tall. Chapel bowls. He is tall. That one has been edged, where a second slip would have been deliberately by Robson.
Connors to bowl to Cracknell. Oh dear, now that's bounced past, is it? In bowls, and that time he does take the edge. Robson turns and walks off to the dressing room, and that was another peach of a delivery from Connors. Hit a good length, got a bit of bounce, I'd suggest. High up the outside edge, Robson dabbles at it just outside off.
46 for 1, more bowls a short delivery that's pulled nicely by Cracknell for 4.
Connors in, bowl short, now pick-up shot from Cracknell. He's got all of it, he has. Now that's the Joe Cracknell that everybody now bowls, and this is cut hard. Whoa, that was given the treatment by Cracknell. He's into the 30s, 33 for Cracknell, 76 for 1, Middlesex. It's a bowl. It's a short ball and pulled hard. Not quite timed, though. There's a long chase for deep backward square, and it will beat him. It was the positioning as much as the power. She's going to refuse on me.
Well, not his own days. That one has been caught behind. Yes, he has been caught behind Fernandez. He doesn't think he's been caught behind. Harry Moore was sort of politely inquiring. Brooke Guest was more certain.
He's in bowls, and this ball is driven beautifully by Stoneman just outside the off stump. He's leaned into it. Fine of in bowls on a good length. Oh, and Stoneman has clipped him for 4. Just fine.
Next delivery from Pavillon. He's cut for 4. Nice shot, Stoneman. It was a bit too short.
In bowls, and Cracknell steps down the track and lifts him over mid-wicket. 1 bounce for 4, and he moves to 50 from 65 deliveries. And goodness me, that'll feel good for Cracknell. Bowls, and oh, has he got him? Yes, he has. Pace and bounce again from the Derbyshire attack. Pavillon finds the edge of Stoneman's bat. Stoneman falls for 20. And this ball's eased away beautifully, backward of points, over the top of it, right in the bounce with an open face for 4. That was really nicely timed by Cracknell.
Here comes Samet then, bowls to Davis. It's a full toss that's driven away for 4. Davis isn't going to miss out on that. He hasn't landed it.
Right arm over, he bowls, and this is short and hooked in the air. Deep squares underneath it. It's hanging up there for a while, but it's held, and well held as well by Yusuf Bin Naeem. Had to look up into that white sky.
And Samet is in and bowls, and that one is a big appeal for leg before wicket, and he's gone. Cracknell's gone for 56. That is a big, big wicket.
Holman there, this was a tasty encounter. Last up, he swung hard at a length ball, and it flies through the vacant second slip for 4. Pavillon in, bowls a bouncer. I think he saw Anderson coming, and that bouncer has flown over the top.
In again, bowls. This one is played off the back foot nicely. 4 runs. He's got all of that one.
So far as Chapel bowls short to him down the leg side. He swats at it, and through the gloves of Guest, it bursts, and 4 runs are signalled. Chapel's in, bowls chipped by Holman. Goodness me, has he chipped that for 6 over extra cover? This ball's run away down to deep third. Oh, and it's going to beat him as well.
Easy out there. Samet is in and bowls. That one is pulled into the leg side. That'll be 4. That was a nice shot from Anderson. Just went back.
More bowls, just short of length. It's hooked in the air by De Carey's, but he's bisected the field. 1 bounce and 4. Long leg and deep square. Set back. Way round, it was Anderson, sorry. He's on to 37. This is swept hard and swept for 4. Beautiful shot by De Carey's. He moves to 12.
Samet's in again. De Caires goes long. He might go over the top. He has gone over the top for 6. That's a really nice shot from Josh De Caires.
He bowls and shorts. That's hammered by De Carey's. That was a really impressive shot.
Connors is in and bowls. That one is driven. That's a nice shot by Bamba. That's 4 runs out towards the long off boundary.
As Chapel is in, bowls, and that's hammered over extra cover by Bamba, and he'll get 4 for it. Nice shot.
3 balls to go. He's in and bowls to Cornwall. That one's gone straight up in the air. Who's going to get underneath this one? Matt Lamb looks like he's taken responsibility and takes the catch, and Middlesex are all out for 266. Cracknell bowls, clipped nicely by Harry came into the leg side for 4 runs. Out to the mid-wicket boundary, hits the rope now.
Here's up to the Stumpsy bowls, and that is picked up sweetly over deep square for 6. That has climbed into the car park. One bounce next to the spectators by the pavilion, and it bounces up and over into the car park on that far side. Huge shot. Cullen in bowls, and that is picked up sweetly for 6 more. Goodness me, I think he may have top edged that, to be fair. The bat was almost at a 45-degree angle as he chopped. Cornwall in bowls. It's a low full toss, and it's driven down the ground for 4. Kane moves to 12. Must have slipped out that one from Cornwall. This ball's clipped backward square on the leg side. And that's going to be 4 more. Kane moves to 80.
Got him, he's a backward point. And he's just been beaten by that ball. A lovely shot cut off the back foot by Harry Kane out towards that backward point boundary.
Nice bit of flight in that, but it's down the leg side and it's swept off a bottom edge. Fine for 4. This was cut hard. Backward a point. Holman's beaten and deep third won't get there. 40.
The next over begins. That one's been smashed down the ground by Lewis Rees. Martin Anderson beginning his 3rd over. Man who makes the fastest tee in the West has returned as that one is heaved into the leg side by Lewis Rees for 4 more out towards Cow Corner.
Group stages. Here is Bamber bowls. It's bumped back down the ground. It's a lovely on drive. Glorious from Kane. He moves to 48. As here's Bamber in on a scoop. For 1 bounce 4. Wow, that was quite something by Rees.
From the City end, bowling to Lewis Rees, who gets to his 50 from 48 deliveries, 6 4s and 2 majestic 6s. Raises his bat towards the changing room and to all parts. There's a decent crowd inside the ground. Cornwell in, bowls to Kane, who pulls this around the corner. Has he got it far enough in front of the fielder? Out there he has. It's 4 runs to Harry Kane, and that should be his half century. He raises his bat, it is his half century. 71 deliveries. That one is a beautiful shot by Harry Kane off the back foot. Just as this next delivery from Cornwell is flicked into the leg side. It's not going to be 4, I don't think. It is going to be his 3rd over, and that one is down the leg side. It's flicked off something. Has he got it off the bat? He has. Lewis Rees has got it off the bat, and he moves to 70.
Bowls, and this is swept hard in front of the short fine leg, and that is 4 more. 1, and this is short, hooked away through mid-wicket. It's going to be 4 more. 186 for no wicket. Here's Holman bowls. This goes up in the air. No, he hasn't. Oh, he has got all over it. That's going to go. Boundary ropes in a little down below. This is swept hard by Rees, and it's a dive, and it's 4. Although obviously this match now is too little too late for Middlesex. That's cut away beautifully. Just gives himself a little bit of room, Kane. He moves to 97.
That's disgusting.
It's a sweep from Rees and a wicket. He's gone for 88. Luke Holman has the wicket. There are ironic, sarcastic boos from the crowd. All fun of the fair. A lot of flight on this again. Down the track, he's reached the pitch of that one and driven it beautifully. And Guest moves to 6.
Bowls, and that one is driven out into the offside for 4 runs by Brooke Guest, who's on a bit of a hiding to nothing here. Leading by 77 as that one is pushed nicely by Brooke Guest out into the offside. Just caresses it into the offside for another boundary. From the City end in and bowls to Harry Kane, who turns it into the leg side, and there's the century for Harry Kane. His first in List A cricket. He's already gone past the 94, his previous highest score against Sussex. He removes his helmet and acknowledges the applause of the crowd all the way around the county ground. Decent crowd inside the ground for this one.
Anyway, here's to Kerry's bowls. A little paddle from Kane takes him to 105.
Left arm around the wicket. He drives that gloriously. That might go for 4. It has gone for 4. The scores are level. His final ball of his 7th over, bowls to Brooke Guest, who turns it into the leg side, and there it is. Derbyshire have made it 2 wins out of 2. 267 for 1, a 9-wicket win over Middlesex, a century from Harry Kane.